Hello, this is Julia with ESI, and I'm going to talk to you today about VIP7 Esi Keys. So Esi Keys is a popular feature of VIP7, and it can be located down here in your ribbon, which is what this is called, the ribbon, and we do have a separate video for that. But here, for Esi Keys, just click on here once, and you'll see an array of blank buttons. At least they're blank when you first launch VIP. And then, of course, you would go in and program these to your heart's content with different contacts or features. All right, and there are 6 pages of keys totaling, if I remember off the top of my head, it's 144 keys. All right, so how do you program these? So I'm going to scoot the window over a little bit, and there are 2 ways to program these keys. Right-click anywhere on any key, particularly the one that if you want a specific key programmed, click on that key, and here we'll choose ESI System. So over here, it always pops up on my other monitor, but over here will pop up a list of all of the what we call canned ESI numbers. So all the stations, the CO lines, departments, mailboxes, all those things that are programmed on the ESI system for you appear in this list. So of course the most popular is to program stations. So let's say that I wanted Amy to be on a key, so I just select Amy, drag and drop, and she's programmed on my key. Let's say I want Beverly. So again, just click on Beverly and hold onto the mouse, and you just drag and drop her onto a key. It's really easy. Another really easy thing that I think you'll like is, let's say that I want every possible station programmed on one of these Esi Keys, right? Instead of dragging and dropping, especially if you have several stations on your system, you don't want to drag one at a time. So let's say that I want everybody from Brian all the way down to Deborah, and I want them on a key, right? So how I did that, let me click off again. So I select Brian, hold down my Shift key on my keyboard. Let's go down to Deborah here, and click on her, and it selects this range, and then I drag, so click and hold, I drag over here onto the first empty key, and I let go of my mouse, and it automatically programs these left to right, top to bottom. Okay, so super easy. Again, I can go to another page, and I can say, well, I want everybody from George, use my Shift key on my keyboard. See, I don't really want to count, so many keys that they match, so I just pick George and go down here to Lori. I'm just picking a range, and drag and drop George over here on the first key, and then voila, everybody's programmed. And you'll notice too that when I get out of programming, so when I close this window here, the little list window, that everybody's station status appears. So all these people with the slash through them, those people are fobbed out of the building because they use ESI's presence management feature or tool that we have. And then Brian, he shows to still be fobbed in, but he's just in D&D. And it would be red if somebody were busy on the phone, which it's after hours, so nobody's on the phone at the moment. Alright, so let's go to a different screen, just pick a blank one for grins. And again, let's right click, edit ESI system keys. You have the same thing with departments, or actually I'm sorry, that's guest mailboxes here. There's departments, group mailboxes, system speed dials. If your company has a lot of system speed dials, again, you can take all those, highlight all of them, drag them, drop them over here on the keys, and now you have system speed dials at your fingertips. Okay. The other thing too is feature key programming. So there are various features on the phone system, actually quite a lot, and some of those features are available for you to program directly on an Esi Key. You can still use them on your phone, but the benefit of VIP is they're here on the screen, and you can just click it instead of turning to your phone to use a particular key. So if you use Service Observe a lot, you can drag that over here to use. If you're in control of manual day-night mode, you can drag that over here. Overhead paging, so on and so forth, right? So you can drag all of these keys over here. And these are the only keys that we offer in Esi Key programming for VIP7. Alright, so again, I'm going to close out of this, I'm going to just right click. Really it doesn't matter where I right click at this point, but I right click, click on edit, and notice that it says, let me do that again, right click, edit buttons custom. This means that this is a manual personal speed dial. So things like home or your spouse's phone number or the school that your kids go to, whatever. So I'm going to type in home, and no, I'm not putting my real home phone number on here, but I'll put just a generic one there. And notice that you don't have to put a line access code in here for the Esi Keys because VIP7 already figures out what your line access code should be. And so you click OK, and then it programs home on here, and all I have to do is double click on that, and it's automatically going out dialing that number. Okay, so again, if I wanted to dial FedEx, just double click, it automatically goes out to FedEx, so on and so forth. If I go over here to, let's say Chang, if I double click on this, because he's off premise, chances are it's just going to go straight to his voicemail, which it does. I don't know if you can hear it, but his voicemail started playing. So there you go. That's Esi Keys. Super, super easy. The other thing to remember that we get a lot of questions about is Easy Link programming. So if you're in a system that's tied to other ESI systems and you want to program one of these keys as a Easy Link key, the way to do that is to actually choose custom programming. As you notice here in the ESI list, there's nothing here for Easy Link or remote stations. So you just right click, edit custom buttons, and I would type in like David. He's one of the ones I remember off the top of my head, and I know he's on cabinet 702 extension 313, and then I say OK, and oh, I typed in too many digits for his name, so I'll just do this, and there he is, and if I double click, it goes to David. Okay, and that's it for Esi Keys. Thanks.